Shalom, Israel, Most High Christ bless. Officer Benaiah, IUIC Tupelo, Mississippi camp. Make sure you subscribe to IUIC Tupelo's YouTube page. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. And all the rest of our social media. Hey, Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
Read Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. This is the key to the kingdom right here. Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. So it said, blessed are they that do his commandments. So in the flip side, cursed are they that don't. If you don't want to keep these commandments, you're going to be cursed. You know what the ultimate curse is? Death after death. Who want that? I want to die and come back to life and be joined with Christ. That's what I want. Read that again. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. So the only way you're going to get in through those gates is if you keep the commandments. Simple and plain. It ain't no alternative. It ain't no shortcut. It ain't no back road. It ain't no back door. The only way you getting in the kingdom is if you keep the commandments. So if you don't, what God say you are? For without are dogs. You just a dog on the street if you don't want to keep the commandments. That's all you are. And I'm looking at my people. I don't want to view y'all as dogs. But God said if you don't keep these commandments, if you don't have these commandments in you, you just a dog to him. So there ain't no God love everybody. I love God. Well, God ain't looking at it like that. He said it's a requirement to love me. Just like if you have a spouse or a partner, they can't just tell you they love you. It's a requirement. You got standards for them. God got standards for his people. He wants us to keep the commandments and live like royalty. Like some people are drug abusers. And so that got a hold on them. Some people just love pork. That's easy to get rid of, for real. Then some people wrapped up in homosexuality. You have to come out of these lifestyles if you want God to take you serious and accept you. Just like when you courting somebody and you want a relationship with them, you make them take you serious. You don't just, hey, take them to, matter of fact, you don't just take them and be like, hey, anything that you want to give me, I'm going to take it. I just want to be yours. No. You got a standard for your people. Read that for me. 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. So God said, this is how you love me, by keeping my commandments. Can you read? And his commandments are not grievous. He said, this ain't hard. It's not hard to do what I say. It's not hard, not unless you want to continue to get your backside beat. That's what happens when you don't want to keep the commandments of God. God punishes us. And he don't just punish us once. He don't just punish us twice. He punishes us as long as we breaking those commandments. He don't just punish one of us. That's why we all collectively live in the hood. That's why we all collectively got to work to pay bills. That's why we live. That's why we live the way we live. Ain't none of us above each other. That's why Jay-Z made a song called "Niggas in Paris." No matter how much money he get, he's still just a nigga. He just happened to be in Paris. That's why Oprah Winfrey, with all those billions of dollars, cannot shop in France because she's just a nigga. And our people just want to be niggas. We just want to smoke weed. We just want to sip lean. We just want to dyke around and be gays. That's all we want to be. We don't want to be the children of God. We don't want to be kings on this earth. We don't want to rule. We like being ruled. So when God said, for without our dogs, we like being on a leash. We like being pets. We like being house animals. It's that simple. It's all spiritual. We have to come back to the laws of God. People of Batesville, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites according to the Bible. And the only way you're going to get the kingdom is if you keep the commandments of God. That's it. Matter of fact, give me that in Hosea I asked for earlier.
That's right.
Because God said to himself, read that for me. Hosea chapter 5, verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. So God said, I'm going to go back to the third heaven where it's peaceful. I ain't got to worry about this. I don't got to worry about y'all. Y'all need me. I don't need you. Y'all need me. So God said, I'm going to go back to my place. Read that again. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. He said until you acknowledge your offense. What is the offense? Lord, I was a thief. Lord, I was wrapped up in fornication. Lord, I love smoking weed. Lord, I'm a homosexual. That's your offense.
Right.
He said, I'm going to go back to my place. You know what that means when he go back to his place? We don't have no protection.
Right.
We don't have nobody to protect us. Do you understand how important that is? When God say, hey, Israelites, I'm going to leave y'all. We know in the scriptures that means death coming. That means whenever we go to war, that means they're going to destroy us viciously.
Right.
Right? Read that again.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Who tired of being afflicted? Who tired of having to work to go pay their bills?
Bring it out.
Who's tired of this?
Bring it out.
Who tired of sickness? Who tired of pain and suffering? Who tired of losing loved ones? God said in their affliction, they're going to seek me early. So if we tired of this, what we need to do? We need to seek God. We need to open up this Bible and understand what it is we need to be doing to get right with God. We need to understand what it is we need to be doing to get the kingdom of God.
Right.
No longer are we niggas. No longer are we spicks. No longer are we just baby daddies and baby mamas, thugs, none of that. We are the men and the women of God. We are the Israelites.
Right.
And we got to keep these commandments. That's what we are here to do. Teach our people to keep the commandments. Give me that number, John chapter 13 again.
Bring it out.
Because we need unity. Like I said earlier, we got to look at each other and see God's. We got to look at each other and see the children of God.
That's
I
right.
can't look at my sister and see a hoe. I can't look at my brother and see a nigga. I got to love you the way Christ loved us. Because you don't think it was niggas and hoes around Christ? But he saw his family. He saw his people. Read that for me. John chapter 13,
verse 1. Now, before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own.
That's all. That's the whole mission. We got to love our own.
That's
And we
right.
say we believe in Christ and his message, then we going to love each other like Christ loved us.
Right.
And what did that mean? We got to die for each other. We got to literally put our life on the line for this truth. We got to put our lives on the line for the commandments of God.
That's
Nothing is more important.
Right.
Nothing is more important than loving God. Nothing is more important than keeping his commandments. The Christian church was set up to be against our people. Because in the Bible it says, if we can keep these people, this one group of people in sin, then we can continue to rule over them. And they know this.
Right.
We don't know this because we don't know our history.
Right.
We don't know who we are according to the Bible.
Right.
What you say, boss man? What's your name? Myra, you from around here?
Yeah.
What you think about that? When they see us doing things that's going against this Bible, they applaud that, don't they? That's why when you look on TikTok or the internet, you see things like a girl named Sexy Red talking about her coochie pink, her booty hole brown. You see Sukiyana talking about all this worldly mess. You see Glorilla. You see Young Thug wearing skirts. And they applaud that. You know what they doing? They promoting that to our kids. You are an Israelite according to the Bible.
Bring it out.
Christ only loved his own people. Read what you got, Austin.
John chapter 13, verse 34.
Bring it out.
A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another. As I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
So Christ was showing us, he was like, look, since y'all don't keep the commandments, that's why this is new to us. Because we didn't know the commandments. He said, since y'all don't keep the commandments, I'm going to give you a new commandment. He said, I'm going to give you a new commandment. Why? Because we never kept this commandment. Where did Christ get this commandment from? Give me that Leviticus 19 again. Christ said a new commandment. Why? Because we, just like, you know what that commandment remind me of? When Christ said a new commandment, that's like somebody saying, hey, I'm finna go get them new J's. Boy, that was released in 91. They ain't new. They just came. You just didn't know they was out already.
That's right.
He said, a new commandment I give you. Why? Because we was not keeping them. Or, in today's term, you just didn't have this commandment. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17.
So Christ was quoting the Old Testament. Don't let the Christian church fool you and tell you, hey, the Old Testament is done away with. Then why was Christ teaching the Old Testament?
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community.
is